Good morning everyone. So today we'll be reading about colloidal paint and plastic paint. In the previous slide we have already discussed about what are the types of paint, what are the ingredients of the paint and what do you mean by paint. We have already discussed. As all of us know, paint are the coating of the fluid materials and they are applied on the surfaces of timber, wood or any type of a surfaces. Why they are applied? To improve the better appearance or to protect the surfaces or the metals from the corrosive effects of the weather, heat, moisture or the gas. And already I have discussed about the objectives of a painting a surface. Okay. So what are the compositions of the paints? I have already discussed. That are 5 compositions. First is base, vehicle, dryer, coloring pigments and solvents. All of us I have been discussed about this. So what are the types of paints? We have already been discussed about aluminum paint, anti-corrosive paints, bituminous paint, enamel paint, okay, cement paint and oil paint. So as of all us know, aluminum paint is produced mainly by mixing some quantity of aluminum particles and it is mainly used in metals or woods or any type of storage tanks, gas tanks. Okay, so next is anti-corrosive paint. Also I have discussed about that. It is made from the linseed oil, zinc chrome and the fine sand and it is mainly used in the metallic surfaces and pipes. So next one is bituminous paint. It is mainly used in our road constructions work, concrete foundations, wooden surfaces. Okay, and it is of a black color. Next one is enamel paint. I have already told about the enamel paint. Some quantity of pigments are added to achieve a variety of colors and this form a hard and glossy coatings which can be easily cleaned, and this paint is mainly produced by adding some quantity of lead or zinc to the varnices. Next one I have already discussed about, that is the cement paint. It is mainly available in the powder form to achieve a consistency and it is durable and waterproof. Next one I have also discussed about the oil paint. It has been applied in the 3 coats. First is primer, undercoat and last one is finishing coat, and it is durable and affordable and it is mainly used in the walls, doors, windows and metallic structures. So now we'll be discussing about colloidal paint and the plastic paint. So colloidal paint means it requires more time to settle and in the process of settlement it penetrates through the surface. Okay, while it takes the more time to settle, in between that it penetrates through the surface and it may be used for the interior as well as the exterior walls. And next, that is last one, that is the plastic paint. This paint contains the necessary varieties of plastics and applications of plastics paint can be done by brush painting or spray painting. You have been seen the painting has been mainly done by brush painting, or you can see in the spray painting the paint has been done. Okay. So now we'll be discussing about, that is, varnices. You can see here the images of varnices. The man is painting the wood with the help of a varnish, you can see here. Okay, so what do you mean by varnices? Varnices means they are transparent or nearly transparent solutions of resinous substances. Resinous substances such as common resins, amber, copal, shellac, etc. Okay, these are the resinous substances and these varnices plays an important role in finishing the wooden surface of doors, windows, etc. Okay, so we can say that these varnices are of a transparent solutions of resinous substances. What are the resinous substances? That are amber, copal, shellac. These are the resinous substances. And these varnices are mainly applied in the wooden surfaces of the doors and windows. So what are the objectives of applying a varnish on a wooden surface? So it protects the painted surface from the atmospheric actions and it protects the unpainted wooden surfaces of doors, windows, floors, etc. So what are the compositions of the ingredients, or we can say what are the compositions or the ingredients of the varnices? First is resins. dryers and solvents. There are three types of ingredients that are in the vernices. First is resins, dryers and solvents. Okay, so we'll first start with the resins. So what do you mean by resins? I have already said here there are nearly transparent solutions of resinous substances. So what are the resinous substances? These are amber, copal, shellac. These are the resinous substances. Okay, so the most commonly used resins are copal, lac or shellac we can say it, and rosin. So these are the commonly used resins. So what do you mean by copal? So copal is a hard substance and is available from the earth at places where pine trees are existed. Okay. So from the pine trees only the copal it has been formed. And next one is lac, or you can say it as shellac. Shellac is obtained by the exudation of some type of insects. Exudations means the fluid that is emitted from the insects. We can say it as exudation. So we can say that the lac, or known as shellac, is mainly obtained by the exudation of some type of insects. And last one is that is rosin. Rosin is obtained from the pine trees. Okay, so these are the two things that have been obtained from the pine trees. First is copal and second one is rosin. And lac or shellac, it has been obtained from the fluid that has been emitted from the insects. Next one is dryer. I have already told in the paint the dryer means to give a quick dry in the vernices. The function of the dryer in vernice is to accelerate the process of drying, and the common dryers used in vernice are litharage, white copper and the lead acetate. So we can say that the function of the dryer in vernice is to accelerate the process of the drying and to quick dry. And the common dryers used in vernices are litharage, white copper and the lead acetate. These are the dryers which have been used in the vernices. So next is that is solvent. Depending upon the nature of the resins, the type of solvent has been decided. And what are the types of the solvents? There are boiled linseed oil, methylated spirit of wine, turpentine, wood, naphtha. These are the solvents which are used in the vernices. Next is what are the types of vernices? First is oil vernice, spirit vernice, turpentine vernice and water vernices. So these are the four types of vernices which have been used here. So first we will be reading about the oil vernices. These vernices use the linseed oil as solvent, in which the hard resins such as amber and copal are dissolved by heating. And these vernices dry slowly but form hard and durable surfaces. And sometimes a small quantity of turpentine is added to make the vernice which is more workable. And the oil vernices are recommended for all external woodwork and for joinery and fittings. So we can say that oil vernice, it is mainly used in linseed oil as a solvent, and the hard resins I have already told, that is amber or copal, are dissolved by heating. And these vernices mainly dry slowly and it is of a hard and durable surfaces. And small quantity of turpentine, it has been added to the vernices to make the more workable. And oil vernices are mainly recommended for the external woodwork and any type of pipe joints or the pipe fittings. So next one is that is spirit vernice. These vernices are the methylated spirit of wine as solvent, in which the soft resin such as lac or shellac, it has been dissolved, and they dry quickly but not durable. It is commonly used on the furniture. You can see in the furniture we are using the spirit vernice, and this mainly dry quickly. And in this spirit vernice there are methylated spirit of wine as a solvent and soft resins, we can say it as lac or shellac, it has been dissolved in the spirit vernice. Okay. So next we will be reading about turpentine vernice in the next slide. Thank you.